Good afternoon, dear friends. The latest news for this hour about the situation in the world. The third rounds of the talks between Russia and the Ukraine may take place today, March 5 or tomorrow. Podolyak, an advisor to the head of the Ukrainian President Office, said Alexander Bistrikin, head of the Russian Investigative Committee, demanded an investigation into the crime in Donbass. The head of the Council for Human Rights of the Russian Federation, Fadibs, believed that the issue of the return of the death penalty in Russia depends more on internal forces and on what the West thinks. The UN Human Rights Council adopted a resolution on the situation in Ukraine, providing for the establishment of an independent commission to investigate human rights violations. Ukrainian Rada allowed to begin a seizure of Russian property in Ukraine. The Kremlin called Senator Graham called to kill Putin a rustle for public feet. Republican U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham suggested I remove this guy, referring to Putin. He probably drew an analogy with Saddam Hussein. The source reports that Zelensky fled Ukraine to Poland, where he is hiding in the U.S. Embassy in Warsaw. Uzbekistan does not accept mere electronic cards for payment. These are electronic means of payment of the Russian Federation, citing technical difficulties. South Korea will not stop deliveries of its goods to the Russian market. These three Russian ships and yachts have been arrested in France, according to Alexei Miskov, Russia ambassador to France. Courts are being detained with little or no explanation. Cases are referred to the judiciary, but no one can predict what decision and when will be. Ukrainian Russian billionaire Mikhail Tolstoshiva, aka Mikhail Otford, was found dead at his home in the UK. The police are investigating the circumstances of the death of 66-year-old billionaire who made his fortune on oil and gas after the collapse of the Soviet Union. The police called the death unexplained but at the same time not suspicious. The plane of Europe Airlines Russia was arrested in Dubai. The reason for the detention was the verification of documents. This aircraft is leased perhaps. This is the first attempt to return the company's aircraft to the owner. Montenegro declared a Russian diplomat persona non grata. The decision was made after the Montenegrin security authorities assessed the actions of the Russian diplomat. They are contrary to the Vienna Convention, while the name of the diplomat himself is not called. Intel has stopped deliveries of its product to Russia. Switzerland has banned the export of dual-use defense goods to Russia. Former Polish President Lech Walesa addressed the Ukraine people with words of support. The Ukrainian embassy in the United States will organize video call between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and U.S. senators on Saturday. This was reported on Friday by Reuters, citing sources in the U.S. Senate. President Rodrigo Duterte declared neutrality in relation to the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. The authorities of Transnistria called on Chisinau to recognize the independence of the unrecognized republic after Moldova's decision to apply for membership in the European Union. The submission of the application by the Republic of Moldova for accession to the EU in the context of a long-term unresolved between conflict, Pridnestrovia and Moldova, without taking into account the opinion and outside the framework of consultation with the Pridnestrovian side while completely ignoring the discussion of the issue in existing negotiation formats including the international platform of the Permanent Conference puts the final point in the settlement progress, which requires urgent international legal formalization. The statement of the website of the Presbyterian Foreign Ministry says actions in support of the Russian Special Ukraine in, were held in Belgrade. Rallies in support of the military special operation in the Donbass took place in the capital of Serbia. Hundreds of people took the streets of Belgrade with placards and Russian flags. The Serbs expressed their solidarity with the Russian army by the holding of leaflets with the letter Z. The prosecutor general of Ukraine said that the Ukrainian court arrested Russian singer and musician Oleg Gazmanov in absentia on suspicion of encroaching on the territorial integrity of Ukraine. Closing the sky over Ukraine will enormous consequences not only for the Russian Federation but also for Europe. There is understanding of this, Russian President Vladimir Putin said. The Bank of Russia has set new restriction on the withdrawal of foreign currency abroad against the backdrop of increased volatility of the market. According to the media, now you can transfer no more than $5,000 a month to relatives. We're talking about spouses, parents, children, grandfathers, grandmothers, grandchildren, as well as full and half brothers and sisters. The restriction will also affect adoptive parents and adoptive children. Subscribe to our channel. This Speak the Truth here. Thank you.